And if you may, please call those outside to join us so that we can start.
To remain steadfast with a better understanding of where we are coming from and the negative history that we want to leave behind us and to project a better future. So there was that focus and strategic focusing to see where we want to go. Accountability is a must for all of us. And that is why, from the Secretariat perspective, we ensure that everything related to finances, even though the statute or the Constitutive Act or the rules of procedure of the AU, everything was clearly communicated by the Finance Director in terms of who I'm supposed to report to, what level of reporting is required for the Standing Committee, the General Assembly, but we ensure we present every detail because accountability is supposed to be in the public. If you go to the AU website, even our audit accounts are published. These are public documents. So for those of us who take leadership, I think we need to be very, very careful, and we need to be able to provide that leadership so that we don't spend a lot of time on issues which add no value. If we have 10, 7 million or 8 million that have been mobilized, it will reflect on the presentation by the finance. If it is not there, it means there's nothing like that. And therefore, those stories should not be making way into this General Assembly, because we cannot help African civil society with rumors that are not true. There is nothing that we present that does not reflect the reality. But if you think it does not reflect the reality, you can be a whistleblower. Please go to the African Union. We want to be accountable based on the work that we are doing. And accountability is both sides. As you demand for accountability, be also accountable for your actions and for the things that you do. The AU has rules, and these rules are very clear. I always say, no matter how you think the AU is a broken institution, but it has one of the most, when it comes to financial rules and regulation, the level of accountability and oversight as presented by the Finance Director is clear. This year alone, Mr. Budali will tell you, we did 5 audits. 5 audits. It's tiring and frustrating that you have to do programmatic work, you have to think about the strategic focusing of the institution, but at the same time you are doing audit. Internal audit, Board of External Audit, external audit, all kinds of audits. The forensic audits, even when there are no fundamental issues, underlying issue for forensic audit, the AU will do forensic audit. So it is clear for us to be able to understand that. As leaders, we should be able to see how we support this. My entire benefit, I always say, I will not jeopardize with it. So there are times when I am not able to respond to certain things. It's not because William don't want to. It's because I'm guided by the rules. So it is very important that this standing committee take on board some of the pending issues. The bar has been set so high, especially at the political level. At the technical level, with the cluster committees, there is significant gap, and we need to work together to see how we can address those gaps. It is not the number of meetings you attend or workshops you attend. It is the number of output produced. What are your output? The DPOs and the presiding officers are the ones to be telling us, I met with the Prime Minister of Barbados, not the technical cluster. I met with the minister or the president. It is not the technical cluster. If you attend workshop, we want to know how does that workshop contribute to any aspiration or to any programs of the African Union. This is what is expected of you as an advisory organ to provide input into the policies and programs of the African Union. So as you are about to take your oath of office, your role is an expert role to provide input into the policies and programs of the African Union. There have been conversations to say, William is not giving us money. The AU don't give money. Even as cluster chairs, if there is money in the AU for you, it is not for me to give it to you. It's for us to be able to develop program in line with the strategic focus of the African Union based on what we call budget framework paper. And we will be having a meetings with you where we will present what is the budget framework paper which prioritize the areas of focus and strategic areas of focus for 2025. So that we also don't plan out of that strategic focus. So that when we are reporting at the end of the year, or at the end of this mandate, we're able to say we were able to implement 1, 2, 3 that was in the budget framework paper, in line with the Continental Blueprint, and we were able to contribute as ECOSOCC in the realization to ABCD, whether aspirations or goals. So it is important. We also want to say, as you take leadership, you have to demonstrate decorum. You will be attacked by cluster members to say we are not meetings, we understand. You have your WhatsApp group, you have your chat box and all those groups. Let us have debates in those groups. Those groups should not be to just share in pictures of meetings that one has attended. Let us have debates. Let us have symposium. Let us bring out some issues. Let us change the manner at which we do business. ECOSOCC is now respected amongst AU structures and member states. The standard that has been set, as I said, at the political level is very high. But at the technical level, I think we still have more work to do. And this is where I want to call upon all of you to see how we can work together. I am very happy that we have very strong technical experts that have been elected into these various sectorial cluster committees. And when I look at even the youthfulness of the sectorial cluster committee or the standing committee, there is no way you cannot achieve or do things differently. You cannot continue to do things the analog way like those of us who are growing old. I'm pretty sure most of you will be asking how old I am when I say growing old. But anyway, let's leave it for another day. I'm also a very old man now. But I'm pretty sure you can do far much more better than what it used to be in the past, in a much more coordinated and structured manner. And I want to call upon you all to see how best you can help this organ so that we are able to produce more policy advisory, more technical input into the AU programs and policies, and then able to position ECOSOCC as a technical think tank that we are meant and envisioned when the founding fathers were establishing this organ. And lastly, I want to say, please, we can fight, but let us fight in a friendly way. Let us don't fight to pull each other down to an extent that we then go back to where we are coming from. Let's embrace unity. Let's see how we can make sacrifice. Most of our meetings are meetings online. Take leadership and show leadership by example by being the one to first sign into those meetings. Because the bar is so high, I believe that you have what it takes to break that standard that has been set. But if you cannot, please let's maintain what has been set. Let us don't bring it down. I wish you all the best, and I want to assure you of the Secretariat total commitment and support to working with you in providing the necessary support so that you can deliver on your mandate. As you take your oath of office, I wish you all the best, and be rest assured of the maximum support of the ECOSOCC Secretariat and everyone that we are working with. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Head of Secretariat. I don't think we could have had a better reassuring words to our members here. And like he said, the Secretariat is always available to provide the needed support in working with colleagues here. So once again, thank you very much. Moving into the program, we will be moving into the oath taking by the Deputy Presiding Officers and the cluster chairs. I do believe each and every one of them are here in this room. If your colleague is not here, please call him or her to join us here. To lead in the oath taking, I would like to call on the senior legal officer to take the floor and begin the process. Lexi, please stay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sefa, and good morning, GA members and colleagues from Secretariat and other invited guests. Allow me to recognize the presence of the outgoing PO and PO elect with us. Dear members, as per the ECOSOCC own legal framework, upon elected as either members of the Bureau or members of the Standing Committee of ECOSOCC, these new members will have to take oath of office or an affirmation as way of, committing themselves into the objectives, values, and principles of the African Union and that of ECOSOCC. So before we proceed to the oath of office for the leadership positions, we have among us one new member from Tunisia. She missed her oath of office last time, so I would want to invite her to come forward here and then take the oath of office in front of GA. My sister Sarah, please come forward with your oath of office form, and then you'll take the oath. Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome, Sarah. So I will ask you to raise your right hand, please, and then read the oath.
Moi, l'Association de l'éducation environnementale pour les futures générations, par la présente, déclare...
Apologies.
Moi, l'Association de l'éducation environnementale pour les futures générations, par la présente, je déclare solennellement que j'exercerai avec altruisme mes fonctions de membre de la 4e Assemblée générale du Conseil économique, social et culturel de l'Union africaine au mieux de ma compétence et avec honneur et dignité au service des populations africaines. Je jure fidélité, loyauté et sincère allégeance à l'Union africaine et au Conseil économique, social et culturel de l'Union africaine et préserverai, protégerai et défendrai l'acte constitutif de l'Union africaine. Je respecterai et encouragerai les principes consacrés dans l'acte constitutif de l'Union africaine et me conformerai aux règles et aux objectifs du Conseil économique, social et culturel de l'Union africaine. Je ne rechercherai ni n'accepterai des directives auprès de toute autorité exogène à l'Union africaine. Que Dieu m'en aide. J'affirme.
Thank you so much, and welcome, and congratulations. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now I will invite bureau members. But to give you a bit of information, all of them, including the PO elect, will take oath of office, because it's required that you'll have to get in front of your own peers, GA members. But there will be, what I mentioned last time, this ceremonial transition period until the outgoing PO present its interim report in February 2025 in Addis Ababa. As I mentioned, your mandate begins from February 2025, and likewise, when you leave office, you will be allowed to go back to Addis and say to your peers a very good goodbye. So this is the tradition we want to maintain within ECOSOCC, but I should allow you to take your oath of office in front of your own colleagues here. Doing it in Addis is very lonely. So with that in mind, let me invite the PO elect and DPOs to come forward and take their oath of office. Similarly, I will invite chairs of cluster committees elect to come and also take their oath of office, please. I invite you to come to the podium.
to the African Union and the Economic, Social, Cultural Council of the African Union, and will preserve, protect, defend the Constitutive Act of the African Union. I will respect and promote the principles enshrined in the Constitutive Act of the African Union and abide by the rules and objectives of the Economic, Social, and Cultural Council of the African Union. I will not seek or accept instructions from any authority external to the African Union. So help me God.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Mr. DPO-elect. Now, allow me to invite DPO-elect from Central Africa region, my brother Harun. Please raise your right hand and please read the oath.
أنا محمد هارون آدم نائب رئيس المجلس الاجتماعي الاقتصادي للاتحاد الإفريقي سوف أؤدي مهامي بتجرد وسأقوم بأفضل ما هو ممكن وبشرف وكرامة في خدمة الشعوب الإفريقية. سوف أكون وفياً وأدين بالولاء والإخلاص الكامل للاتحاد الإفريقي والمجلس الاجتماعي الاقتصادي للاتحاد الإفريقي، وسوف أحافظ على القانون التأسيسي للاتحاد الإفريقي وأدافع عنه. سوف أحترم وأعزز مبادئ المنصوص عليها في القانون التأسيسي للاتحاد الإفريقي، وسأمتثل بقواعد المجلس الاجتماعي الاقتصادي للاتحاد الإفريقي وأهدافه، ولن أطلب ولا أقبل أي تعليمات
المجلس الاقتصادي والاجتماعي والثقافي للاتحاد الإفريقي، وسوف أحافظ على القانون التأسيسي للاتحاد الإفريقي وأحميه وأدافع عنه. سوف أحترم وأعزز المبادئ المنصوص عليها في القانون التأسيسي للاتحاد الإفريقي، وسأمتثل للقواعد المجلس الخاص بالاتحاد الإفريقي، المجلس الاقتصادي والاجتماعي والثقافي وأهدافه، ولن أطلب أو أقبل تعليمات من أي سلطة خارج عن الاتحاد الإفريقي، والله على ما أقول شهيد.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Mr. DPO. Please take back a seat. Now I will invite DPO-elect from Eastern Region, my brother Stanley. Please raise your right hand and read the oath. Thank you.
I, Stanley Evarist Alphonse, hereby swear that I'll perform the function of a DPO of Eastern Region and Bureau member of the 4th General Assembly of ECOSOCC of the African Union to the best of my ability and with honor and dignity in the service of the African people. I'll be faithful, loyal, and bear the true allegiance to the African Union and Economic, Social, and Cultural Council of the African Union, and will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitutive Act of the African Union. I will respect and promote the principles enshrined in the Constitutive Act of the African Union and abide by the rules and objectives of the Economic, Social, and Cultural Council of the African Union. I will not seek or accept instructions from any authority external to the African Union. So help me God.
Thank you so much, Mr. DPO. Congratulations. Dear members of the 4th Peace and Security Affairs. My brother Boniface, please come forward. Please raise your right hand and read the oath. Thank you.
I, Boniface Chembe, hereby solemnly declare that I will perform my functions as Cluster Chair for Peace and Security and a member of the Standing Committee member of the 4th General Assembly of Economic, Social and Cultural Council of the African Union to the best of my ability and with the honor and dignity in the service of the African people. I will be faithful, loyal, and bear true allegiance to the African Union and the Economic, Social, and Cultural Council of the AU, and preserve, protect, and defend the Constitutive Act. I will respect and promote the principles enshrined in the Constitutive Act of the African Union and abide by the rules and objectives of the Economic, Social, and Cultural Council of the AU. I will not seek or accept instructions from any authority external to the African Union. So help me God.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair, and welcome. Thank you. Let me now invite the Chair-elect for Political Affairs. Please raise your right hand and read the oath.
I, Eyole Nkanje Monono, hereby swear, declare that I will perform the function of Chairperson of the Political Affairs Cluster Committee and a member of the Standing Committee of the 4th General Assembly of the Economic, Social and Cultural Council of the African Union to the best of my ability and with honor and dignity in the service of the African people. I will be faithful, loyal, and bear true allegiance to the African Union and the Economic, Social, and Cultural Council of the African Union, and will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitutive Act of the African Union. I will respect and protect the principle enshrined in the Constitutive Act of the African Union and abide by the rules and objectives of the Economic, Social, and Cultural Council of the African Union. I will not seek or accept instruction from any authority external to the African Union, so help me God.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Mr. Chair. Thank you. Thank you so much. Mr. Chair-elect, please raise your right hand and read the oath. Thank you.
I, Vinesh Chintaram, hereby swear that I will perform my function as Chairperson of the Infrastructure and Energy Cluster and as a Standing Committee member of the 4th General Assembly of the Economic, Social and Cultural Council of the African Union to the best of my ability and with honor and dignity in the service of the African people. I will be faithful, loyal, bear true allegiance to the African Union and to the Economic, Social and Cultural Council of the African Union, and will preserve, protect and defend the Constitutive Act of the African Union. I will respect and promote the principles enshrined in the Constitutive Act of the African Union and abide by the rules and objectives of the Economic, Social and Cultural Council of the African Union. I will not seek or accept instructions from any authority external to the African Union. So help me God.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Mr. Chair. Thank you. I will now invite Chairperson Elect for the Cluster Committee for Social Affairs. My sister, please come forward.
Start from here.
Please, Madam, raise your right hand. Raise your right hand.
Yeah.
And read the oath. Thank you.
I, Nazik Abdul Hamid Al Sayed, hereby swear, solemnly declare. My name Nazik Abdul Hamid Al Sayed. I will perform my functions as the Chair of Social Affairs and Health of the 4th General Assembly of Economic, Social, and Cultural Council of the African Union to the best of my ability and with honor and dignity in the service of the African people. I will be faithful, loyal, and bear true allegiance to the African Union and Economic, Social, and Cultural Council of the African Union, and will perceive, protect, and defend the Constitutive Act of the African Union. I will respect and promote the principles inherent the Constitutive Act of the African Union and abide by the rules and objectives of the Economic, Social, and Cultural Council of the African Union. I will not seek or accept instructions from any authority external to the African Union. So help me God.
Thank you so
in
much.
The case
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Madam Chair. Please come forward. Please come forward, madam. Please raise your right hand and read the oath. Thank you.
Okay. I am Helen Chigunyana, hereby declare that I will perform my function as Chair of Human Resources, Science and Technology, and as a Standing Committee member of the 4th General Assembly of Economic, Social, and Cultural Council of the African Union to the best of my ability and with honor and dignity in the service of the African people. I will be faithful, loyal, and bear true allegiance to the African Union and the Economic, Social, and Cultural Council of the African Union, and will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitutive Act of the African Union. I will respect and promote the principles enshrined in the Constitutive Act of the African Union, and abide by the rules and objectives of the Economic, Social, and Cultural Council of the African Union. I will not seek or accept instructions from any authority external to the African Union. So help me God.
Thank you so much, and congratulations, Madam Chair. Thank you. Please come forward, Mr. Chair Elect. Please raise your right hand and read the oath.
I, Chonam Cleans Akbelo, solemnly declare that I will perform my functions as Chair of Trade and Industry
and also as standing committee member of the 4th General Assembly of Economic, Social, and Cultural Council of the African Union, to the best of my ability and with honor and dignity in the service of the African people. I will be faithful, loyal, and bear true allegiance to the African Union and the Economic, Social, and Cultural Council of the African Union, and will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitutive Act of the African Union. I will respect and promote the principles enshrined in the Constitutive Act of the African Union and abide by the rules and objectives of the Economic, Social, and Cultural Council of the African Union. I will not seek or accept instructions from any authority external to the African Union. So help me God.
Thank you so much, and congratulations, Chairperson. Thank you. Please come forward and raise your right hand, please, and read the oath. Thank you.
أقسم أنا سارة الغربي رئيسة المجال القطاعي للفلاحة أنني سوف أؤدي مهامي بتجرد كعضوة في الجمعية العامة الرابعة للمجلس الاقتصادي والاجتماعي والثقافي للاتحاد الأفريقي على أفضل وجه ممكن وبشرف وكرامة في خدمة الشعوب الأفريقية. سوف أكون وفية وأدين بالولاء والإخلاص الكامل للاتحاد الأفريقي والمجلس الاقتصادي والاجتماعي والثقافي للاتحاد الأفريقي، وسوف أحافظ على القانون التأسيسي للاتحاد الأفريقي وأحميه وأدافع عنه. سوف أحترم وأعزز المبادئ المنصوصة عليها في القانون التأسيسي للاتحاد الأفريقي، وسأمتثل لقواعد المجلس الاقتصادي والاجتماعي والثقافي للاتحاد الأفريقي وأهدافه، ولن أطلب أو أقبل تعليمات من أي سلطة خارجة عن الاتحاد الأفريقي. والله على ما أقول شهيدا.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Madam Chair. Thank you. Please come forward, Mr. Chair-elect, and please raise your right hand. Please raise your right hand.
Okay.
And read the oath. Thank you.
أقسم أنا السيد شكري حفيظ رئيس اللجنة القطاعية للشؤون الاقتصادية أنني سوف أؤدي مهامي بتجرد كعضو في الجمعية العامة الرابعة للمجلس الاقتصادي والاجتماعي والثقافي للاتحاد الإفريقي على أفضل وجه ممكن وبشرف وكرامة في خدمة الشعوب الإفريقية. سوف أكون وفيا وأدين بالولاء والإخلاص الكامل للاتحاد الإفريقي والمجلس الاقتصادي والاجتماعي والثقافي للاتحاد الإفريقي، وسوف أحافظ على القانون التأسيسي للاتحاد الإفريقي وأحميه وأدافع عنه. سوف أحترم وأعزز المبادئ المنصوصة عليها في القانون التأسيسي للاتحاد الإفريقي، وسأمتثل القواعد المجلس الاقتصادي والاجتماعي والثقافي للاتحاد الإفريقي وأهدافه، ولن أطلب أو أقبل تعليمات من أي سلطة خارجة عن الاتحاد الإفريقي. والله ما أقول شهيد.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Mr. Chairperson. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair-elect. Please raise your right hand. Please read the oath. Thank you.
Moi, Winnie Tomokwa, par la présente, je jure solennellement que j'exercerai avec altruisme mes fonctions de présidente de cluster Women on Gender et membre du comité permanent de la 4e Assemblée générale du Conseil économique, social et culturel de l'Union africaine. Au mieux de ma compétence et avec honneur et dignité, au service des populations africaines, je jure fidélité, loyauté et sincère allégeance à l'Union africaine et au Conseil économique, social et culturel de l'Union africaine, et préserverai, protégerai et défendrai l'acte constitutif de l'Union africaine. Je respecterai et encouragerai les principes consacrés dans l'acte constitutif de l'Union africaine et me conformerai aux règles et aux objectifs du Conseil économique, social et culturel de l'Union africaine. Je ne chercherai ni n'accepterai des directives auprès de toute autorité exogène à l'Union africaine. Que Dieu m'en aide.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. Thank you so much. Come forward, Madam Chair, and raise your right hand, please, and raise your oath. Thank you.
Moi, Aminatou Saïdou Alakay, par la présente, déclare solennellement que j'exercerai avec altruisme mes fonctions de présidente du cluster des programmes transversaux, de membre du comité permanent de la 4e Assemblée générale du Conseil économique, social et culturel de l'Union africaine, au mieux de ma compétence avec honneur et dignité, au service des populations africaines. Je jure fidélité, loyauté et sincère allégeance à l'Union africaine et au Conseil économique, social et culturel de l'Union africaine. Je préserverai, protégerai, défendrai l'acte constitutif de l'Union africaine. Je respecterai et encouragerai les principes consacrés dans l'acte constitutif de l'Union africaine. Je me conformerai aux règles et aux objectifs du Conseil économique, social et culturel de l'Union africaine. Je ne chercherai ni n'accepterai des directives auprès de toute autorité exogène de l'Union africaine. Que Dieu m'en aide.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Madam Chair. Allow me now, on behalf of this August Assembly, to declare the second standing committee of the 4th Permanent General Assembly fully constituted, and your mandate begins from this month. Except for the PO, there will be a transition period between the incoming and outgoing PO. So with that, congratulations, and then you will start your transition with your peers. I'm very sure all of you will have to engage the outgoing chair for you to receive, like a handover report. That is mandatory, but congratulations. And I will now allow me to invite the
I have the honor and privilege to invite up here a man who for the last 2 years been in charge of the running of the organ. A man who I believe has worked tirelessly to reposition this particular organ to where we are today. I do believe each and everyone who stood in front of us here talked about how progressive our work has been in the last few years, where the organ is today and how enviable